Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your co host, Samuel Richardson III,
Hi, and I am Tiara Richardson.
and welcome to the Cuddle with Show, Cuddle with Purpose Show. All righty. T, man, I tell you what, man, it's Mother's Day coming up this weekend. Definitely want to give you your flowers and say happy Mother's Day to you every single day. But definitely happy Mother's Day for this special weekend for you.
Thank you.
Mother's Day for me, and watching you as a mother, it goes right along with our title, strength, compassion, and unconditional love as a mother, and the gifts of motherhood that comes along with it. And that's what Mother's Day is about. And really commend you on everything that you have been doing. Even you have persevered through a lot of things in your life. As you can see next to her name as cerebellum stroke survivor. I just commend you, man. I just commend you, just your perseverance and to be the best mother that you can be to our handsome son, Samuel Richardson the fourth. So I just love you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. You've really been supportive. I know it hasn't been easy, and we've definitely have had an emotional roller coaster um, just in my motherhood, especially since I suffered having a cerebellum stroke. Um, I think the biggest thing for me and what I'm reflecting back on is just finding. Um, I know balance is not really a real terminology when it comes to life, but I think
Mm.
figuring out how to prioritize motherhood, marriage, and life overall. Um, I never expected to be in the place that I am today. And when I say in that place, I mean in a place of it being so hard, even when it comes down to seemingly the most simplistic things, um, even especially like with that consistency, I am not consistent. Um, and I would love to be more consistent. Um, I know that starts with me, but especially with being a mom, and I I've tried to give myself grace because I know I'm not the average mom. Um, I think this journey started when I woke up from my stroke and initially wanting to just breastfeed Samuel. And when the doctors told me that I couldn't do that, I was like on this campaign of telling the world, like, because I didn't understand it. I wanted people to like fight on my behalf so I could breastfeed my baby. And it took a while for it to really make sense to me, that I couldn't breastfeed him. It even took some time for me to truly understand, like, the reason that you can't breastfeed him is for his safety in regards to, like, the number of medications that I had to take, and even still to this day, um, I couldn't it was hard for me to accept that, because that's, like, my little best friend. And, I know a lot has fallen on you, um, so thank you. Thank you for, um, helping me to be the best version of the mother that I could be after such a, um, catastrophic, unforeseen life event. Um, yeah, try not to get emotional.
No, that's fine. I think it shows, that you're a human and it's okay to get emotional. I can remember um back then, me and Samuel seeing you in the hospital bed in ICU, having tubes stuck down your throat. You're unconscious, like definitely in a coma. And I could just remember even the reps for the military they had sent out because they, actually thought that you were going to die. And, if you, and at the worst, that you was going to never be able to walk again, or you was going to be paralytic and things of that nature. But
Yeah,
I think it really shows the testament of your will to fight. And I never forget the moment. You remember this moment when we have the picture and the video when Samuel was holding on to your hand and he
mhm,
got like very excited and he was making that
yeah.
noise like the noise was like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was just almost like willing you back to life. And I'll never forget that Kodak moment when I took the picture where you and him eyes locked together. And I believe for me, that showed such a strong bond where he was just saying to himself through his eyes that, Mama, you gonna be okay. And that's where strength comes in. That's where compassion comes in. And for me, that's where unconditional love come in. Is the bond between you two. It's phenomenal, man.
Man,
Phenomenal.
that's my homie, man.
That's phenomenal.
He I I know I was so adamant about getting him, like, out of our bed, which I still do. Not
Mhm.
every night, just 1 or 2 nights we could be grown-ups the whole night.
Mhm.
But I when I tell you I absolutely love waking up with the 3 of us in the bed, it is just the most satisfying, magical, euphoric experience every day. And I think it's somewhat traumatizing because when I woke up in that hospital bed in the ICU and I didn't see y'all because y'all weren't in the room.
Mhm.
You were there, but you were in the room, but it was like and I know it was so many moments, like, I'm trying to it's like I can't recall the very first time, I just recall certain times of waking up because I know I was, like, in and out, but having to wake up in that hospital bed and you guys aren't in the bed with me, and that going on for so many days and weeks was hard. Um, and then we had the point where I finally got transferred out of ICU, and I'll never forget you sleeping on that little window piece of sofa. So as
Mm.
soon the very first night for me transferring from ICU to a regular room, you guys stayed with me. And it was hard, but it was everything. You brought the bin for him to
Playpen.
be in, the
Mhm.
playpen.
Mhm.
Um, it was so much. Like I remember how tired you were because you weren't even living in Atlanta at the time. You had to drive 2 hours back and forth to our house,
Oof.
and that was a lot. Um,
Mm.
I forgot what I was gonna say. But I'm just glad that in that time of our life that you were there to encourage me and you understood the importance of our son being present. Um, and it's just a testament to how great of a father you are, but also how great of a husband you are because you understood what I needed in the moment. I know it was hard for you um to see me that in that state. Um, but you persevered and you continue to persevere and push me to be the best version of myself. But I know I'm for you to not say, I know there are so many other people who would been looking to a family member to, hey, babysit the baby, or and I know you even had offers for that. Well, probably just my mama.
Mhm.
um, but you wasn't having that. Like you was like, no, I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna have our baby here because he needs her and she needs him. And then we finally got discharged from the main hospital where I had my brain surgery. And then after that, I had to go straight to inpatient rehabilitation. And I'll never forget having that conversation with the administration there and then them giving us the okay that you could stay. And that meant that if you
Hello,
stayed, baby
guys.
Sam would stay. And it was so crazy being in there, but it was the best experience in the world. I mean, I don't know what I would be. It's nurses coming in and out all throughout the night, taking my vitals, checking me. I'm having therapy in and out all throughout the day. And I know when I get back to my room, you guys are going to be there. Hands down, best life. Like, if anybody had to go through stroke recovery, I would want them to have my experience because the love that I was able to feel and experience in that moment is what has helped my recovery journey and what has pushed me to be the best mommy I could possibly be. Um, It still hurts me to this day that I can't breastfeed him, um, although he always likes to be up under my breast. Um, but I just when I tell you, I just love being a mom. It's the best feeling in the world. It's like I want more of him. Like if I could have
Yeah.
another one, like I just every day I have these moments because I just want that time back, you know?
Yeah.
Like, I know you guys were there in the moment,
Mhm.
but some of it I don't remember, you know? I got the pictures and the videos to remind me of it. And I feel like I missed, like, I missed the initial, like, I just want that moment back where I can experience it all over
Yeah.
again. Like I said, how you feel like you've been robbed of something a little bit?
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. It's hard. I just thank God that He loves us as much as He does. Like when He say, "Mommy, I love you." Oh, it's feel good how He checks on me. How He never forgets my cane. He's always like, "Here, mommy, here's your cane."
He's a doll. He You
Oh
know,
my god,
I
I'm trying so hard.
nah, it's all right. It's cuddle with purpose. I mean, because there's a purpose of love. There's a purpose for you as a mother, for Samuel, and even to this day, if you're not around, he's always asking where mommy's at. If you're upstairs and what I'm saying, you're just like resting, where's mommy's at? Or things of that nature, man. I'll never forget, as you alluded to the earlier, is that when the doctor had came back in the room and said that um, you wouldn't be able to breastfeed Samuel anymore. And I could just remember, for me, it was just like a devastating blow because I knew how much that meant to you and vice versa for Samuel, how much that meant for Samuel with his mother. And it's just those things when you're talking about that, and then you're talking about, going through the different stages as you mentioned through ICU and then going into outpatient area in the hospital and then going to rehab. It was a long journey. It was a long journey. But one thing I could say is that cuddling with purpose made the journey not so daunting because we had each other. And for me, it's almost like I had to have our son near you as much as possible, as many times as possible, because just as a son needs his mother, a mother needed her son. And I felt it went hand in hand. And that's why, I'm so glad that we have our brand Cuddle with Purpose and we're talking about this topic because, motherhood for you, it was a little bit of a whirlwind. I mean, we,
Yeah,
we, we, we had a baby, health and everything was great. And then never forget, we had the cerebellum stroke, two of them back to back. And then next thing we know, we're sitting here, the doctors and stuff having a conversation is whether, Sammy was going to have a mother or not, and it's just so devastating for, children who have lost their mother from strokes, from illness and things of that nature. And, you know, just to be able to have a testimony like we do, I think is a very good testimony and a staple of the love, how love endures through anything when you stick together and just show up for one another.
yeah. And when I think about I got like a little slight headache. But when I think about just being a mom today, I know I could take the best pictures of Samuel and I, but I don't. I know when people look at us, they see like, oh, they look fine. She looks fine. She's smiling. She's laughing. She can crack a joke. She can get dressed and she can talk and all those things. But they don't see everything else that's underneath it. It's like an
Mhm,
iceberg,
mhm,
and they don't see the fatigue. They don't see this headache that I have right now.
mhm.
They don't see the difficulty in processing and
Right,
how you got to repeat yourself a number of times to the point that you don't even feel like it sometimes because it's frustrating. It's frustrating for the both of us.
right.
Um, and it's always a level of confusion for me. And the lack of concentration. I'll start a task. I'll even start doing something with Samuel, and sometimes they don't get all the way through to the end. Um, Sleep is a hot mess. You know, his sleeping pattern is off, which because mine is so horrible, his is not that great. And I feel like I've I wish I could get my sleep down so I can get his sleep down, you know? Um, the sensitivity to noise, if he starts screaming, it's like it's a lot sometimes. Um, I remember him being a baby, and here I am with balance issues, so now we both trying to learn how to walk and our balance issues. And of course, mine has um, improved tremendously, um, but still needing that cane nearby just in case. Because some days, Lord Jesus. But I think the worst for me is the, my depression
Mm,
and the anxiety that I dive in and out of on a daily basis. And it's hard
mhm,
because naturally I'm an ambitious woman. I want to do so much. I want to accomplish so much. And a part of that accomplishment is I want to be the best mom, but it's like because I'm always running on this much energy, it's like, what do I do? Where can I focus this much energy and concentration at? And I think that that's the hardest part for me because I have to I don't know, succumb to having to just sit there, you know? Like I know sometimes you're like, babe, where you at? And I'm just like, I'm here. And I'm not. And
it's okay, babe. I think that's just you know um just from the inside is we have been through a lot, um as a family, as a unit. And I think, for me, your tears is just a pure sign of strength, um, compassion, and unconditional love. And, it has been painful at times to see you, um, just in the pain that you're in sometimes, and things of that nature. But as a mother, um, I think it's so very important. And I think we talk about this all the time, and just how we just have a level of understanding. And I think with that level of understanding is just understanding that God is not through. God is not through. He has so much for you to do, so much for you to accomplish. And I really felt that God has always had his hand upon us ever since, we first met. And just in that picture I see behind you, and just how you and Samuel, y'all both are just like
right.
timeless in that picture. It's timeless, man. And it clearly shows just the love that y'all have for one another. And that's what I see in that picture is just true motherhood.
Yeah.
Just straight up. It's just true motherhood, and it's just timeless. It goes, you know, if you couldn't say any words on it, that picture, can give so much meaning just by looking at it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Whew.
as a husband and father, and as a husband and wife, and as a father and mother, it's just a beautiful thing that, he knows that he has both parents that loves him unconditionally.
Yeah, I agree.
Appreciate you, man.
I appreciate you. Um, I thought I was going to come on here and share, some good tips of being balanced mother, balanced wife, all the jams. Um, but I think no relationship is the same.
Mhm.
And I think that you have to just look anybody that's in a relationship or a marriage has to look within their marriage and really cater that process and that system, that family system to you guys. Nothing's cookie cutter. But if I had to share some of the things I feel that has helped us in our journey, and I'm still working on some of them, I would say just to ditch the guilt, first of all. Ditch the fact that nothing's perfect
Mhm.
and that everything's going to be okay. God doesn't make any mistakes. So, our children are the most resilient individuals on this earth. I think us as parents, we make it more complex, but our children are just they're resilient little people, you know. Um, and communication, of course, I think communication is so important amongst the mother and the children, but also the mother and the spouse, just to have that clear communication of what those goals are as far as being a mother and being a significant other. Um, establishing bedtimes, because I know when you establish bedtimes, one, because Samuel's sleeping right now, we can get our show done, right? We could also have some quality time, especially if we get the bedtime down, all the things that, adults do.
Yes.
And I think this is the one that I really want us to just be honest, really work on in this
Mhm.
next stage of our life.
Mhm.
Because when we actually went to Top Golf this past weekend, it reminded me of the beginning of our relationship in like the first year of our marriage is make sure that we have fun. I think that we have to stick to when we have fun, it just shifts everything. It doesn't eliminate life, but it gives more life. And we have so much fun together. So when you focus on just, you know what, we're gonna have fun no matter what. I think it just helps even the more. It brings more joy, it brings more laughter, it brings more peace. It just brings everything. I think it brings freedom too to the
Yes.
relationship. And I think it works for me because I enjoy that and I see that. I think that's where it works perfect for me in being a mommy and being a wife. And it's perfect balance because I can have fun being a mom and I can also have fun being a wife and it's something that we can always do. Fun never has to end. You can
Right.
have fun in the kitchen. You don't even have to always go out, but you can have fun in the backyard. When we do our walks every day with our dogs, that's fun. Like I love everything. I love our discussions. Just I think more fun. I would y'all, yes, that's basically what I'm saying. But I'm talking to my husband as well. More fun, I think is it because yeah. That's how I would say to approach motherhood in this season.
One thing I do like that you do as a mother, I would say from a father perspective, is just how you continue to communicate to Samuel about the importance of self worth And what I mean by that, and just how you always say to Samuel, is that, hey, Samuel, it's a beautiful day. And he says that, and it brings so much joy and happiness to him. And then when you always constantly telling him, Samuel, you are a genius. Samuel, you are brilliant. And it's
Handsome, that's his
just
new favorite one. He's handsome.
handsome. And it's just it just brings a level of self-worth that's so very important to him at the age of where he's at. And I think that's when it's so important that where you come in as a mother to show and give that mother's love to him, and constant giving him self-worth tips and self-worth action words that he can start regurgitating and repeating himself, because he says it all the time. When we
Yeah, he
outside and
does.
playing, he said, Daddy, it's a
It's a
beautiful
beautiful day.
day. Daddy, I'm handsome. When he
Yeah,
get his
I'm
haircut
oh
and
man, he loves to say I'm happy.
yeah, I'm
I'm happy.
happy.
I'm happy, Mom. I'm not sad.
Exactly. And those are things that for me is priceless. And that's one of the beautiful things I like, what you do as a mother is just really consoling him and really loving on him, really teaching him the values and principles of loving yourself. And I think because, you know, you love yourself. And even though I know you have been through depression, I know you have been through stress, I know you have been through anxiety, but at the end of the day, I see that you love yourself. I see, I've seen you at your worst.
Mhm,
I've seen you at times where you even have even contemplated yourself. I wonder if I'm better off. But
mhm,
as your husband and as the father, I need you as the mother of my child and as the wife, and Samuel needs you as his mother.
mhm.
And we really love you to life. You give a sense of purpose in our family.
Thank you.
Yeah, man.
Thank you. Well, babe, that's all I have.
Well,
I'm tired.
we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all already know what to do. Hit that like button, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so that way you can get notified
Yes.
far as on new videos that's going to be coming your way. And also, let me give out a plug because my wife and
Right.
Samuel love taking baths and showers.
Yeah, we
I
do.
mean, they take it 2 or 3 or 4 times a day. So what
Shame.
I have, me and our son, because he is a 4-year-old author and he really helped me write this book at 3 years old. We have a book that we wrote together, and it was in honor of Samuel and his mother always taking baths and showers, and just the importance of cleanliness. Because Samuel will say, "Mommy, I'm dirty. I'm ready to take a bath. Well,
Yes.
I'm ready to take a shower." So here is our book. It's called Samuel Richardson Learns How Not to Be Smelly, and it's in dedicated to my son and his mother. And this is a good book. So it's available on Amazon. So y'all go out there and you purchase a good book that you can read to your children and for teenagers and for adults as well.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Well, we
All
love
right.
y'all.
Later.
Y'all take care and be blessed.
Happy.